Scenario is here.
Are we going to sing because we're in the studio?
No, I mean...
You were singing a lot last show.
I did. I sung a lot. Look, there's a lot of comments on that about me singing.
I listened to it again.
That I was trying to get signed.
And I knew when it was coming, but I was like, man, he's really going to sing. Like, you did like an LP.
That was an EP. LP would have been a little bit longer.
No, you sang a lot.
You think you
I said LP for a reason. I know what an EP is. I'm old like you. I know.
You really think that was?
I know what a side B and a side A is.
So it was. I did both sides.
So let me stop real quick. Mm-hmm. Does your daughter ever look at a tape and it's like,
she's never seen one before.
What's this? She's never even seen one.
She's never seen it.
Do you not own them anymore?
I have tapes, but I don't think I brought them out for her to like see. Like if she saw one, she probably wouldn't even know. She probably would just look over it like it was just a relic.
Well, it is.
Yeah. But I mean, she wouldn't even think anything to even think to ask, I think.
You know, on Halloween, I think we talked about it. I was a Star-Lord who somehow has a cassette player that works in outer space.
In 2000.
With stuff from like the 70s. And the tape isn't run out yet. I mean, I ran out Bobby Brown tapes from like 87, but he's in like outer space.
The batteries though.
Well, but no. But the reason why I had it though, I went to my mom's house.
I'm talking about Star-Lord with not having no batteries.
Yeah, how did that work? I don't like to think about things like that.
Like I guess you think about that they're futuristic, that they would have the capabilities to maybe have some kind of remote battery system. But a part of me thinks it's just the same AA batteries.
Double A's, huh? In outer space.
Yeah.
So like 1988 was like at the peak of technology in outer space?
It was the best Duracells you can buy.
This might be the biggest rant we've ever done in the history of opening the show.
Thank y'all for listening, and thank y'all for having us here, man.
And thanks some of you for watching.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's a whole room out there.
Yeah. With all kind of different people. This is an awesome event, though. Like, this is a dope
This is a great
setup.
idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. I saw Randy Orton's little brother outside.
Yeah, he's super funny, too.
Yeah, he is.
He's like super funny.
He's good. I'm in no way qualified to judge a comedy show, but I judged one that he was in before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, with the other guy that was doing comedy up there, Dylan. We judged it. We were the two judges.
Oh, wow.
I think Chris and Travis, who were putting this thing on, just ran out of people and got me out there. So there's Travis right there. Not Travis.
You said they just ran about the people?
Yeah,
like,
they just called me.
Like, man ain't doing nothing.
The show's on like Thursday. They called me on like Wednesday night. I was like, all right, I'll come out. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I still had to pay for my own food, though, so it was still like, it was normal. Look at that. But anyway, let's do proper introduction.
So they paid you like a comedian would get paid. Like,
no kidding.
Like
well,
wings,
they paid me like the AM radio host I used to be.
Like wings and Hennessy. Like this.
Oh, wings and Hennessy. Now, I'm glad you bring up.
I want to bring up Hennessy because I have my New York story. There is a racial disparity in New York with Hennessy.
Well, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. But real quick, we got to introduce ourselves. So, First of all, for long-time listeners, for new ones you may not know, I'm Matt Whitener. This is Dale Frierson. We are The Scenario.
Yes.
The purpose of this show is simply just to analyze things that we all see all the time through the eyes of two very average black guys. Like, there's nothing special about either one of us.
We went to state schools.
Yeah, we both went to public high school. Wait a minute, I went to a public high school.
Oh, well, I didn't go to
You did not. But you were blacker than me. In like every way possible.
I don't even know if that... Is there a blackness range?
Well, you married a light-skinned woman, and I date a light-skinned woman, so...
So I lost points, I'm assuming.
Nah, I just thought you might have... I don't know. I can say this while she's not in here yet.
No, she don't even know where this is yet. I didn't even tell her where it was. She's here, but she doesn't know where to go.
She's literally outside.
So we'll be done by the time she figures it out.
That's great. That's perfect. That means we can get away with doing the show still.
But we basically, everybody, listeners, we do random scenarios.
Yeah.
And give you ideas and ways to flip it and ridiculous ideas and topics with it. But New York, man. So I realized that certain establishments will not sell Hennessy in New York because they don't want a certain element.
Oh.
No, I didn't even drink Hennessy. Somebody else told me that. So I kept ordering Hennessy like we were bar hopping during the NBA Finals Game 1.
That sounds about right.
And I was like, I want to see if they have Hennessy. Because then I start ordering Crown, and they didn't even have Crown either.
No, come on now. Crown is a crossover alcohol.
3 places I went. I went in one place in Midtown and 3 places in Brooklyn. None of them had Crown or Hennessy.
So what are the 3 greatest crossover alcohols and then the 3 biggest segregation alcohols?
I thought Crown was the crossover.
I think Jack Daniels is the #1 crossover alcohol.
I could see that. What about one of them vodkas, though, too?
I try not to drink vodka
like
because...
Smirnoff or something?
Oh, any vodka.
Tito's is crossed over.
Tito's is the best mid-shelf alcohol alive right now.
By far.
Like, it's not even close.
Oh,
this is when I realized that the Rams were moving out of St. Louis. When I went to the Dome, and Svedka costs more than Tito's, I said, this business is on the way out.
Because they don't know how to price it correctly.
No, I was like, everything must go. That's the only reason that's happening. I said, this is when I knew the Rams were leaving St. Louis.
They just like everything that's fire selling it out.
Yeah, it was like, let's go. I mean, they already fire saled the roster. Mm-hmm. They already stripped down that entire thing, and clearly they had intents on re-upping that later on down the road. But, yeah, I knew that was when it was over with. But 3 greatest crossover alcohols. Mm-hmm. So Jack Daniels is number 1 for me. Jameson's right here. And I feel like some of our people don't give Jameson the due that it should.
Jameson is a creeper in our community.
A creeper?
Yes. That is one.
Is it the ice cream man of our community?
He may be.
Not Master P, though.
No, we're talking about the real, like the John Wayne Gacy ice cream man type.
Wow. Wow.
We're talking about that type of ice cream man.
Okay. Like the truck with the slide-out door? Yeah. It just got ice cream wrote on the side of it?
That's how Jameson is for people in our community.
Okay,
they literally,
explain yourself.
Because I'm starting to see more and more people order Jameson with like lime juice, Jameson with something along those lines. And I'd be like, wow, I didn't know we did this. I thought the first time I saw someone that was just a general person was on The Wire with Bunk and McNulty and them drinking Jameson.
McNulty drank enough Jameson for everybody.
Yes.
That could possibly want to drink again.
He probably had his own bottle at that Irish restaurant they went to that they hold for him daily.
Well, he was drinking that Jameson out by the train tracks.
Mm-hmm. With Bunk all the time.
Yeah. During all of his rendezvous.
Then he would pick up a random chick.
Yeah. That's what Jameson does to me. Which is why McNulty is my favorite Wire character. Because I relate to him on so many levels.
McNulty.
Like McNulty is me. I am McNulty.
So let's tell the people a little bit some of our favorite
let's walk into
things that people that know a little bit more about us. Some of our favorite topics that we've had that they want to venture back into it. Number 1 was our cruise. Our cruise, like I set up in the landscape of a crew, like every crew.
Oh, crew! I thought you said we went on like a cruise.
No.
Like, we're good, but we're not.
We ain't got the Tom Joyner level yet.
No,
what we doing? The
I was
scenario
talking
cruise?
Like it was just like me and you.
I need to write that down. The scenario cruise. How would that go about? Like what would be the main acts on the scenario cruise?
Tell you what, I've only been on 1 cruise so far, but boy,
and I'm creeping up on this Tom Joyner cruise. Every year they start adding more acts that you be like, man, I might go. Like every year they add
Where are
more
they at right
acts.
now? Like Tank is doing it now? Or
they got Usher this year coming up.
Usher?
Yeah.
On a cruise boat?
On the Tom Joyner morning show cruise.
I feel like at a Tom Joyner cruise, you got to wear white linen pants the whole time, though.
See, it's changing. Tom Joyner was playing Pete Rock and CL Smooth this morning when I came in, and he was like trying to talk about it like he knew about it, but like he really didn't.
Yeah.
Because it was like that was like below his level, and he's like, oh yeah, the only reason they named the song Troy is because black folks couldn't spell reminisce.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh, that was.
I don't know if I can spell reminisce, so I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Look. I can't spell reminisce because of DJ Reminisce because he spells it differently than the actual reminisce.
Oh, he fabulous you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell fabulous anymore. So words have gotten ruined for me a holiday because of Matt Holiday. I can't do it anymore. Like I always do it, and it's so bad my phone has learned to do it the wrong way. So my phone can spell Beyonce the right way, but it can't spell holiday because I just think it's Matt Holiday.
You spell holiday so many times with the double L.
Yeah. Your phone just learns to accept that you're dumb, and it just adjusts so that you don't feel stupid all the time. Like Windows doesn't do that. Windows forever looks at me with mad red lines and mad blue lines.
Yeah, what other word, man? Yeah, mine is reminisce. Reminisce, mine has changed because of reminisce. Fabulous is another one. I have to check on that one for spelling.
I can't spell conscious.
That's a good one. Organization.
Really?
For some reason, yeah, man.
Huh.
And I can spell good, and I don't know, something wrong with that I. That I goes in different places sometimes.
Where else would you put it?
I'm not going to even tell you.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
I'm not going to tell you where that
Anyway, we were talking about some of the hallmarks of this show. So we believe that we're going to do this real quick because we went over this at length. You can find the archives for the show on the Straight Out Low Cash feed on whatever it is that you leave.
Every platform we're there.
Every platform. I mean, you can look that up, look up the scenario.
Japanese platforms, whatever.
Are we in Japan now?
Yeah, we're in Japan.
Look at that.
We have frequent small group of Chinese people that are also bootlegging it. So shout out to my boy Boogie he lives there and he shares the podcast. But you have to go through a VPN to listen to our show.
There are people that are taking extra steps to listen to our show.
Well, yeah, because they're VPN. That China blocks a whole bunch of different.
Hey, we could blow up in China though, because they don't let anything fun.
No, I know, right? So if 10 people got it there, we could damn near do a live show.
They've given so much to us and our people here in the St. Louis area proper. They've given us foods they don't even know exist, but they have to fight to get our show. I should say.
They have to have the VPN, man. You have to get a VPN for.
Well, look at that.
Shout out to my man Boogie, man, who's out there.
You know somebody named Boogie in China?
Yeah, but no, he's my friend from college.
But he
moved to China?
Is he Chinese or?
No, he's black.
Is he the tallest person in the whole country?
He might be 6'1".
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, he might be 6'1". They always ask me if he's Kobe Bryant. He says.
Oh really?
Like random places.
Like Kobe now or like young Kobe?
They didn't. He's only been there 3 or 4 years, so it's older Kobe.
So not 24 or 8?
No, he's the same age as Kobe.
He's Oscar Kobe?
No, he's like Lobe.
Lobe?
Yeah, like that's he changed his and said he's his cousin Lobe.
Oh.
He changed because he said people can't Google fast there because you can't. So he'll just make up names for Kobe's cousin or Kobe's brother.
That's perfect.
Yeah, because you can't Google it fast because Google's blocked in a lot of parts of China.
Huh.
Or it's the Chinese Google, so they'll only just show just Kobe Bryant's picture and shit.
Is it Hooli off of Silicon Valley?
Could be.
Huh.
He could. I need to text him that.
Here's the worst thing about doing this show this way. They're gonna see how much we drink during this show.
Yeah, yeah. But we don't. It's like we go up and down with it. Depends. Really, it's when we were Dub. Dub really takes us to the next level.
We drank more when Van came on than anybody else.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. We did a 3.5 hour show with that one. We had to split into 2 episodes.
Because we drank for an hour and a half. It was a 2-hour show with us drinking for an hour and a half.
But no, so we also have an admiration for Ralph Tresvant.
Yeah, Ralph Tresvant.
We also have coined the term Ralph Tresvanted when you have been superseded by the others around you when you were the #1 draft pick.
When you should have been the star, but somebody else became who you were supposed to be.
And you couldn't do nothing about it.
You became Ralph Tresvant while they became Bobby Brown.
Yep. Or Johnny Gill or BBD. Like everybody else.
We're also known for brackets. We like to have competitions. We really just pit people against each other and make them make decisions that you wouldn't have to in regular life. So we had the dopest black woman of all time bracket a couple months ago.
Nia Long won that.
That went over controversial.
Matt threatened to leave the show because of the way the bracket went. I was comfortable with it. Shout out to Angela Bassett, who is also known as the light skin killer.
Grandma swag came through like
knocked out every light skinned woman at everybody at the door. Angela Bassett went through all of them.
Man, I mean, she was
every one of name some Beyonce. She knocked out Beyonce. That's all I got to say in our bracket.
That's still to this day. That's not okay.
It's not okay. I mean, you still hurt from the first round, the second round when Sade knocked off your girl. Well, and I told you that was going to happen.
You're talking about Zoe Saldana, who's having a rough year. And you know what? Because that happened, she got thrown off a mountain by Thanos.
So because
that's because of you. That's because of you.
That's that 4-5. It's that 4-5 matchup right there. That everybody be like, man, it's like you feel bad for both of those 4 and 5 seeds because they both really good, but they ended up playing each other. And he's like, dang, man, like they both won their conference. How they got to play each other like that?
It's a bracket buster. That's what it is. Speaking of Thanos,
yes,
we also have we have Ojanos. So OJ Simpson is a lovable character as far as we're concerned in the scenario universe. Number one, he's the person that black people are the most irrationally behind of all time. Because OJ conveniently became black again in the spring of '95 after taking the last 2.5 decades
But then he went past our blackness though. Like then he went all the way level. He was like in pimp videos and shit like that.
Yeah. So like when OJ replaced Malcolm X in the early '90s after the movie subsided a little bit and then OJ stepped up and took that black spotlight, that's when we originally jumped the shark in the '90s.
Yeah. And then we kind of had to drop him off though when he went back out golfing and stuff though.
Yeah, OJ hung around us conveniently.
Yeah, he's the Night King also. People, if anybody watches Game of Thrones, OJ, that he has no play, he has no home.
Yeah,
but he picks up other followers.
Yeah,
over time.
When OJ touches you, you're done.
Yeah,
that's it.
When you become a part of the gauntlet.
When the juice gets loose on you, you're finished. But here's the thing: like we decided that OJ's just a piece of the puzzle, so that's where. How can we talk on this show?
Well, we have the 6 gems that go into the Ojanos.
The Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, the Chaos Emeralds. Ojanos.
Yeah.
We call it something else, but we won't say the original name is.
This is a PG version.
Yeah. The original version is much funnier.
Yes.
Because originally he was going to be Captain OJ, like Captain Planet, but we needed another spot. We needed a 6th spot, so that's why we went to the gems with the gauntlet.
So we've got together 6 of the greatest sellouts of all time.
Yeah.
To form OJ.
Let's start with ladies first. Omarosa.
Omarosa, yes.
Omarosa.
Omarosa.
And she is which gem again?
I can't not remember at all.
But I remember that.
I haven't drank enough to remember.
Yeah, I know. But Kanye West is on there.
Yes.
That was a late entrant. Clarence Thomas is there.
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson is there.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly is there. We had one more as our coup de grace. So it was one more we had.
Was it Michael Vick?
It wasn't Michael Vick. No, it wasn't Michael Vick.
Was it Kobe?
Was it Ray Lewis?
No, it wasn't Ray Lewis. It wasn't Ray.
It wasn't Ray Lewis? Okay.
No.
I thought it's somebody else, and people gonna be mad at us. That
There's gonna be people that email us about
like
this.
mad. It's like, man, y'all forgot the one.
How do y'all not remember your own show? Once again, because we're drinking a lot during this show most of the time. Yeah.
But we had a great gauntlet. The gauntlet is very complete. And OJ, and when OJ snaps his fingers, half the black women turn into white women. Yeah. That is the way it goes.
The world is as OJ would have it.
That was the way OJ would want it to be. He would want the black women to become white women. Yeah. And everything be complete.
That's a little bit of a look into how we waste our time on Tuesday and Wednesday nights for Friday morning entertainment for our friends. But there's also... We always like to touch the topics of the moment and to get into things that are conveniently messed up. But I got to call an audible here because something happened since
we did our planning meeting?
Planned
I was planning
this.
Up. Okay,
yeah,
what you got?
And J.R. Smith. I'm telling you right now, if the little logo advertisement on his jersey doesn't even turn into a marijuana leaf or a Hennessy bottle by Sunday night, I'm going to be upset because that's broadcasting like I've never seen it before. I mean, that's advertisement that's got to happen. What was he thinking? Like, what was going on?
Why would you trust J.R. Smith in general, period?
Great question.
I would have been, why wasn't everybody on the floor calling timeout as soon as he grabbed it in that situation?
Tyronn Lue should have grabbed the official and called timeout himself.
No, he should have said, if JR gets a rebound, I want a timeout.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Ahead of time, like during the free throws, like, hey, if JR gets it, I want a timeout.
You should do that all game, first of all. But the thing about it that happened to me, I realized I thought about it for a while, and I'm like, man, what's he thinking? What happened was he got that rebound and just started running. And you know what happens to us when somebody just starts running?
Everybody starts running.
Everybody else looked back to see if they needed to run, and then the 4 seconds it went up, and they realized there wasn't anything to run from. Because if you look, they were ready to take off after him like something had happened, and it wasn't supposed to go down like that.
I mean...
When black people run, other black people run. That's how we do it.
JR hasn't been JR. They haven't let him flourish in Cleveland like he wants to.
Because his flourishing should be done as far away from the playoffs as possible.
On top of that, he wants to club and do stuff. They ain't let him drink for real. He ain't smoking. He ain't doing nothing. You got to think when he's in New York, when he was in Denver, he's from Patterson, New Jersey. Like, he wants to get down and get in the streets. He can't do that in Cleveland. It'd be all boring. He got married. Like, his life is went like in the J.R. Smith route, his life is plummeted. Shout out to my boy Nate. He actually did live painting of them at their wedding. I was just hanging out with him. Like during their wedding, he's like
he was a stenographer?
No, like he does live paintings like during events. Like for you, like he traveled with like
people ask him to come and do that? Or
yeah. No. They paid him to come and do it.
Oh,
yeah.
People will pay you to do that, huh?
Yeah, he's damn good too though. Like he went on tour with Layla Hathaway doing it. And like every show.
Drew pictures of her.
Drew pictures of the crowd or her while she's performing. And they would sell it. Like
something went wrong for me along the way with trying to pick a career when really I could have just done whatever I wanted to do. And somebody would have paid me for it.
Well, that's because we missed the boat. We were the last generation of the old school generation. Where they like, you just go to college and get you a damn job. Like, that was kind of like what we were taught. Like kids now are getting a little bit more leeway to be like, kind of live your dreams. It was like, yo, you're going to be an accountant. You're going to be a doctor, a lawyer.
You're going to do whatever your parents did. Or you're going to sell drugs, boy. So go to college.
Yeah, do something. Boy, you want to go to jail? You want to go to jail?
Oh, so if you don't go to college, you go to jail. Like, there was two doors.
Yeah, that's it. It was jail or college.
And that's what it is.
But that's how the old school cats would be with us, though. Like, you ain't going to college. You going to be out there on them streets.
Well, maybe. I still feel like
Shout
I'm
out to
close
J.R.
enough
Smith.
to the streets now.
J.R. Smith wants to be in the streets. That's the point. They're having out his element, is my point.
They calling me.
Dude, he got married. When J.R. Smith got married, I knew he wasn't in the right place. Like how we look at Kanye, how he joined the gauntlet, this is J.R. Smith is in a different place now because of all this Cleveland stuff.
Anything's possible. Like Antonio Cromartie's got a reality show with his whole legion of children.
Yo, his sperm is so potent, he had got snipped and it went through and made twins.
Yeah.
Yo, like your sperm is that potent?
That brother is Abraham. He is back. The end of days is getting closer because Abraham is back as a cornerback for the New York Jets.
He's retired too, so we need them checks.
Yeah, I mean, get it. USA give money to pretty much anybody for anything.
I mean, you probably could just walk up on him and be like, "Hey, man, you my daddy." He'd be like,
probably.
Right. He'd be like,
"How old are you?"
What's your mama name? Tracy. Damn.
Okay.
Where's she
Go
from?
to Florida State.
Did she go? Did she go to FAMU? Like I used to be over there a lot.
All right, man. So as usual, we got a few things that we need to touch on, a few scenarios, if you will, that have gone on here in the last week or so. And I want to start with Kim Kardashian.
Yes, and Trump. When did she become the hero we didn't know we needed? That's my question. Like I didn't know we needed her. Like
I want to know if that was really her in the Oval Office. It looked like somebody brought a cardboard cutout and just kind of set it there with a picture of old Orange Face sitting there with his hands folded.
And like you as a visitor go take pictures with both of them sitting in between
Yeah,
them?
like both of them are cutouts.
Yeah,
like it's the first
that's-
time ever that two cardboard cutouts have taken a picture together.
And like I said, as a visitor, as a person, you can like, oh, hey, I'm hanging out with them during.
So I guess the thing about it is Kim K went to the White House this week as an advocate for prison reform. Was that it?
Just one person.
Just for one person's prison reform?
One person for reform, yes.
Who's the person?
It was a woman that was got caught up in a drug mule situation where she.
So it was the Queen of the South?
Something like that, yeah. A situation like that, yeah.
So we sent Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen?
I have no idea how Kim Kardashian even got on board with this.
No, but I mean, like, did she just pick up the phone, or did Kanye work this out as part of his conversion, or what? First of all, while Kanye's come up enough times here right now. I had a conflict in blackness this morning.
What's someone with the album?
No. The album's part of it. So this morning I woke up and I've been conflicted for like a week because before all this stuff kicked off with Starbucks and all of that a couple of, about a month or so ago, I had earned my free Starbucks. So I had my Grande Starbucks that was up and I look at it every once in a while and I'm like, nah, man, nah, brother.
But it's free
strong.
though. But it's free.
You got a Keurig for Christmas,
but it's
bro.
free.
That's
Reparations. It's free.
So then my free voice on my other shoulder said, hey, man, that is free, and that's delicious.
I don't drink coffee, so I'm not even never.
You can get a tea. You can get a sandwich. You can get anything. I've
never
with this.
spent any money at Starbucks in my life.
I've spent I've spent other people's money at Starbucks even. But so here's the thing, and I got on it late because I boycotted Starbucks for over 20 years because they took the Dairy Queen in my neighborhood out for a Starbucks. And at the age of 11, I couldn't do anything with coffee. Number one, because my mom says so. And number two, because it's a Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
where
Dairy
am I going
Queen.
to get my dip cone from, dog?
When you get your Blizzard.
Yeah, where am I in my Blizzard? What's going to happen to my childhood obesity without this Dairy Queen? I made up for it in Chinese food, but that's besides the point. But anyway, so I went to Starbucks this morning, and I had my free coupon, and I finally was like, you know what? I don't think there's any chance I'm going to see any other black people out this early. So I rolled up in there, and of course, the chick that was checking me out was black. So I just figured she was on board because they cutting her check, so we had a kinship. So I got my free Starbucks, and then I remembered that Kanye's album came out. And I got in the car, and I was this close to turning it on. I was like, I can't do both of these things at once. I might
You one at a different time.
I was worried about looking like Sammy Sosa if I did both of them at the same time.
Your skin would automatically start going lighter and
I
lighter.
didn't
And
wanna
you
start-
already light too, though. So
Exactly,
it's not, you ain't
right?
got that far to go.
So I didn't want to start
It's like
looking
having 2 strikes as a felon. Like you got like one more strike and you're already there.
Well, exactly. So I didn't want to look like the pink dude from Count Chocula. Because that's exactly what Sammy Sosa looks like now.
What was it? Is it Frankenberry?
Frankenberry. Yeah, I didn't wanna end up
That's who
looking
I
like
always said that Khloe Kardashian looked like.
She is Frankenberry.
Yeah.
And she's O.J. Simpson's daughter.
I 100%
Which
believe
means that she has also been touched by the Night King.
that. Night King
see
strikes
how
again.
everything in the
Everything
world-
goes back to O.J. Simpson,
Everything in the world comes back to O.J. Simpson.
man. O.J. Simpson is
eventually.
fascinating person, though, y'all.
Did you know he played football once upon a time?
And did you know he won a Heisman?
Did you know he went to somebody's motel to take that Heisman back? Nobody's done more than O.J. Simpson. He's like Shang Tsung.
That's why he has an Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes, he's that glove.
Yo.
What's going to happen is the Avengers are going to beat Thanos, and then he's going to unzip himself and be O.J. Simpson. And then they're going to give up.
Because you can't stop OJ. You can't stop the juice.
You can't
Juice
stop the
got
juice.
me loose.
They only stopped the juice once temporarily in Naked Gun 2.5 or whatever it was.
And he came back.
And he
It
came back.
was Naked Gun 1, right? Where he died, kind of, they brought him back in 2.
When he fell into the bay?
Yeah, well, that was 1, right?
Yeah, I thought he came back as Swamp Thing or the Toxic Crusader.
That's so deep throwback for people. Toxic Crusader, man.
Oh, people know that.
Do y'all
Look
know
at
Toxic
Gardner right
Crusader?
there.
Y'all
He
know
knows who
Toxic
the
Crusader, right?
Crusader is. See?
Y'all,
See?
yeah, y'all know Toxic
See?
Crusader.
Yeah,
So
we're all old.
we have some young people here.
There's a lot of gray beards here right now. It's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, so apparently Kim Kardashian is almost going to be the governor of Missouri now because she's making trips to Washington to, make her way into the world.
I mean,
If you could have one ridiculous person represent you in a bad case,
OJ.
who would you send? OJ?
OJ.
You can't send OJ.
Yes, I can.
OJ calls for
No,
you.
no, no,
You
no.
don't call for
OJ is going to make them be like, what do you need? You send OJ, they're going to be like, you're ridiculous. What do you need? Like, let's negotiate. OJ's my counsel.
That's
like, if I'm
fair.
going in, because you just got, especially if you have nothing to lose, OJ.
I would send Alex Rodriguez because he's the finesse master. Alex Rodriguez gets out of anything. Not only did
he got popped for the steroids. He got popped.
but he came back.
Yeah, but he got popped.
And he got the Yankees to give him like $50 million in 1 year just to make him go away. He's the American dream.
No, Joe Johnson is the American dream.
Joe Johnson, the basketball player?
Yes.
Did you see what happened when he got in the game for like 2 seconds? And Joe Johnson looked every bit of 38.
Oh, and he is a good 38, ain't it?
Is he that old? I didn't think
Yeah.
anybody ever got old in the NBA.
No, Joe Johnson's about that age.
Is he?
Yeah, he's about
Jason
that age.
Terry's still playing, so I mean.
No, Jason Terry's retired.
Did he retire?
He retired this year, like that, because he's on ESPN now.
That doesn't mean you retired.
No, he said he retired on there.
So he went on ESPN to say he retired?
No, he was talking about like, yeah, that's why I'm retired, because he was like, he had a whole thing that's so funny with this when you just brought up Jason Terry. He had a whole motif.
Does that mean
going
the
on about
headbands are
how
going to retire too?
who's left with a headband?
Bonzi Wells is gone.
He been gone.
Yeah.
So no, he had this thing about how he got J.R. Smith in these different times, and he had all these vignettes about how he set up J.R. Smith for different things. Like he had J.R. Smith come over and give him dap while he was off the court, and his man went and scored
Yeah, that's
during
true.
the game.
true.
Jason
That
Terry wasn't even. He was in warm-ups.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the game, and J.R. Smith came over to dap him up. His man was open, and then his man went in and scored.
Yeah, JR probably didn't do well on the Wonderlic.
That's why he couldn't go to college, I'm assuming.
If you've got to take one guy to take a multiple
He was
test-
supposed to go to Duke, wasn't he?
No.
No, yes, he was. Duke recruited him, I believe.
One question. If you had to have one guy, either one of these two guys take a Wonderlic for you, which one would you choose?
Good
J.R.
question.
Smith or Vince Young? You going to get your affairs in order?
Dang. So,
You want to drink this whole bottle?
Yeah,
of Jameson?
no.
Let
I'll
it
take
get
it my,
over it?
like, okay. Can I have my daughter take it for me instead?
Yeah, it'd probably be better. Just tell her to pick C.
Yeah. I was
J.R.
like,
Smith
you know,
would probably look for E the whole time.
man, I don't even know about this, man. I ain't even school. I'm from Patterson, New Jersey.
All right, man. So another thing that we pushed back on for a second was Roseanne.
Yeah. Have you seen the picture with her at the Nazi cookies?
Roseanne had Nazi cookies?
She dressed up as Hitler and had Nazi cookies and had them baking in the oven.
Well, at least she was a hospitable Hitler.
Oh no, it was Jew cookies. Sorry, she made Jew cookies and then had them in the oven, like showing like they going in the oven. Like
Oh.
yeah,
That really happened?
yes.
Wow.
But it was supposed to be for a satirical Jewish magazine though, so I don't know what was going on.
I hope she's like the villain in the next X-Men so we can just have everything terrible happen in one movie and be done with it.
Oh, the next X-Men is a whole nother topic. Have you heard about how bad it's already getting reviews from like people already that's seen it?
Well,
horrible.
it's kind of like the after-hour special of movies. Like, just get this one out the way. And
before
then
we
can
get sold,
on with business.
before we sell this off.
Yeah, it's like the thing you do right before you propose or something so you can know you're done with it like forever.
Like, let's take this ring, man. You know you want to get married. Right?
Hey, I'm done. I'm out the game.
I'm out of here, man.
Anyway, but Roseanne, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting to see that happen. I think I just burned Daryl up in front of his wife too. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
Is he
We all
cool?
good.
Okay,
I'm all
great.
good. She always don't like me, man.
Oh, she doesn't like you at all.
No, man. She know that. She don't like me.
Oh, that's fair.
She love me, but she don't like me.
That's fair. There's a lot of people that I love that I don't necessarily like.
Great point. Continue.
Yeah. So anyway, I couldn't believe they got her up out of the paint that quick though.
Oh,
Is this
believe
the
no.
quickest that somebody's been escorted out of the paint ever?
No, because she had some other infractions. Allegedly, this is what I heard. Some people that they told her up front, like, "Yo, you came like we know you on some wild shit, but your show was dope. We want to bring it back. Just don't be out there tweeting no crazy stuff that we have to get behind and mess with,
Yeah.
or it's over." So like they knew up front, like they told her up front, like, don't be out here wilding. We'll let you do whatever with the show. Don't be out here wilding though online and with Twitter and stuff, because you already did. Because she talked about another black woman that said she like a monkey too, like a year or two ago.
Isn't the whole gist of her show supposed to be being like part of the every people, like the middle class every people?
Yeah, Langford, Illinois. That was the fictional town, Langford, Illinois.
Where's that at? Is it close to Springfield?
It's supposed to be like a south suburb, like a deep south suburb of Chicago.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like South Suburbs?
Not the south suburbs you know. The old south suburbs.
R. Kelly lives in the south suburbs of Chicago.
Olympia Fields.
You think that they live, Rosanna or Kelly?
No, that's Olympia Fields is like expensive as hell. Like she ain't living there.
Yeah, my boy grew up there.
Olympia Fields is expensive.
R. Kelly built his mansion in the middle of like a residential neighborhood for easier access. So, like that was.
It's like what is the per capita of children over? Oh, I want to build right there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hey, let's go local for a second, though, too. Let's go to sports, because one thing we do spend a good enough time on is sports, if you can't tell from our random dwellings in the O.J. Simpson and other things. Jonte Porter recently became the first black person to willingly go back to Mizzou in quite some time.
Didn't Doug Smith do it, too?
But Jonte actually did it after the whole thing that happened, 2 years ago with the whole boycott. He said, hey, I'm going to actually go back to Mizzou.
Are you saying, Doug Smith did it pre, you saying pre-protest.
Yeah.
You saying he's the first of a generation.
Yeah, Doug Smith did it back before people forgot Columbia can be racist. Right. Now people did it when everybody knows it can be. But Jonte willingly went back. He got out the draft.
But Jonte's only like 16 still, though. So it's like, he kind of was like, and his dad was probably like, we already got one person in the pros. I got to watch one kid in the pros, and then we basically got to live with you. So we got to figure this out.
He's got 3 more kids coming, too.
Right, but I mean, you focus on Michael. You know what I'm saying? Get him right, because he's only 19 himself.
Well, what happened is that $1 million check they cut him, they got 2 games out of it and said, you need to bring the other one back. This ain't enough. We paid for a lot more games than this.
That sounds like way more viable right there.
I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened.
Like, your son gonna come. Because he was already going to be a first round. They would project him as a first rounder.
Yeah, he would have made it. I think he wants to be Lotto, though. Could happen. Could happen. I mean, he's going to be SEC Player of the Year candidate.
I mean, half a Duke starting lineup is going to be.
Well, yeah, that'll be top 3 picks probably.
Yeah, but I'm saying, it's a lot of Michigan State's going to have 2. I'm saying, it's no guarantee it's going to be a lottery pick.
No, I don't think there's ever a guarantee, but, that's there. I mean, we can still hold out hope that Michael could end up being a Bull.
If only baby Jesus can help us.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus. Please let him fall. I was talking about that in New York with some of my friends from Chicago. I was like, please just let him fall to us. I don't think it's going to happen because all the projections have him going to Orlando. Right before us, which would be the worst thing for him.
Nobody wants to go to Orlando. Even for a vacation, nobody wants to go to Orlando.
Nobody likes Orlando, man.
You ready to get to the main event?
Well, we have 2 main events.
Co-main events?
Co-main events.
You want to do the first one?
First one is.
I think your microphone thinks that you're a lot shorter than you actually are.
And I'm not even tall, so that's what even the sad part about it is like, yo.
You holding that mic like David Ruffin the whole night.
We introduced you to Daryl Frierson and the scenario.
I'm the scenario. I was on Jersey Shore.
Oh, man. So now we're having a issue with the National Anthem now.
Yes.
Yes. In the NFL. And we have decided that we're going to give you the black songs that will get everyone up for the National Anthem.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I think a lot of people took a knee, have taken really objection.
Yeah,
obsession. I think I really think it's obsession. People take an objection to people taking a knee. All right. So here's the thing you need to do. If black people are going to take a knee, that's fine. But one thing that we cannot deny as a people is a song that gets us up out of our seat. So here's the thing. Instead of playing the National Anthem, if people decide to take the knee, you need to play a few songs that's just going to get us up in general. Mm-hmm. And we'll be willing to redeflect or at least reroute what we're taking a stand for. Because if you play the right song...
Earth, Wind, and Fire, September.
Yeah, play September. Everybody gets up for September. That's when your uncle and your half-drunk auntie get up and start doing 2-steps at the family barbecue.
You could actually put on the greatest hits of Earth, Wind, and Fire or Frankie Beverly and Maze, because you could put Happy Feelings on, The Way of the World, what's the joint that everybody...
Play After the Love Is Gone.
After the Love Is Gone.
We all up. Everybody's up.
Way of the World is actually Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm tripping with that. But you could play, do you put on Michael Jackson song? Because Michael Jackson's...
Rock With You? Rock With You is one of the greatest pop songs of all time.
No, it is. It is. I mean, I always said if I was going to...
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough?
There you go. There you go.
So these are national anthems.
Marvin Gaye version of the national anthem too. Now the only problem is that it may get kind of sexual on there because panties is getting wet on his version of the national anthem.
So you're saying that the girlfriend section is going to turn up and the wife section is going to turn up at the same time at these games.
And you're going to be able to and look, and all them NBA players and NFL players, you better figure out who was who. Because the wives is going to be like, They looking for who's up. Got their eyebrow looking, who's all extra dancing.
Yeah.
Because they know the groupie area. You know, because that's where they came from. They graduated from there.
Exactly.
They started in that area down there in the bowl, and they moved up to maybe a little box area or the little area in the bottom. They moved up, so they know where they are.
Pro sports wife many times is just a graduated version of being in the groupie area.
I would say 95%.
Wow. That's big stats.
Unless they went to college with you, but then that would be like a different series of groupies.
Oh, it's still just a graduate. It's a literally graduated.
That one is like more of like you were like you would sit like right next to the bench in college in football. Football and basketball.
You're
like right
water
there.
girl.
Yep, and you're the one is always they're showing like when his parents like for the best player for Mizzou, and it's this random girl sitting next to their parents, and be like, oh, that's her. Oh, that's his girl. Okay, that's who she is.
Yeah.
And then you see her pregnant by the time by the last game. He's like, and his son is on the way. Like,
shout
wow.
out to Saquon Barkley.
that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking with Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley got the security kid and then got drafted the next day. Literally back to back. That brother's check he hadn't even got yet was already spoken for twice. That check was spoken for twice.
Yeah, because he's two people.
So he's getting a third of his money for the rest of his life at least.
Early too, like
Early on.
He didn't even get to live on it though.
He hasn't even had a season of being independently rich.
Already right into the pan.
It's already gone.
So what's some songs you have though that
I'm all aboard with that Marvin Gaye version of that.
You did the Whitney Houston version, or is that too?
No,
powerful?
that's a little too anthem-y. Like that still feels like that's something that people will be like, oh, let's pay respect. But I'm just talking about songs that play Sipping on Some Scissor. People gonna get up, play some 3-6. It don't have to be just beautiful.
It's got if it's 3-6, it can't be Sipping on Sizzle. It only can be one song.
What?
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Young Buck, 8 Ball, and MJG.
Oh.
No, that's their big. I believe that's their biggest song.
It might be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about the songs.
Stay Fly is. I think Stay Fly is their biggest song.
If you were expecting the national anthem and Stay Fly came on instead,
you kicking it.
Yeah.
You kicking it.
There would be people having a heart attack, first of all, but in between that.
Okay, technically the biggest song would be Hard Out Here for a Pimp.
I'm not counting that. Even though that was a beautiful moment in blackness. Beautiful moment in blackness.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah. The top 3 moments I've felt
Because they didn't even know they was going to win because they came dressed unprepared.
I think they knew.
You think they knew they was going to win?
I think they understood where they were going.
It was a possibility.
No, I think they understood where they were going. That's just what they chose to wear. Kind of like when LeBron had them shorts on with their suit.
It's like, it wasn't like it was an accidental thing. It was like, we going to, or they probably was like, we going to turn up as best we can. We probably ain't going to win.
Yeah.
We going to come out here and do what we going to do.
Yeah, that's true. So my top 3 moments I've just been irrationally excited to be black was when Obama got elected, when 3-6 won that Grammy, and when Vince Carter jumped over that French dude.
Argentinian.
No, Frederick Rice is from France.
The dude, the 7-foot dude?
Yeah.
He wasn't Argentinian?
No, he's French.
Okay, he's French. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Because I just knew those were 3 moments we could only.
That was in the world. That
ourselves.
was in the World Championships, right?
Yeah.
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 Man, well, so okay. What about? Do you think that they could Biggie Juicy would work, and then you mix it for the old heads with the M2 version?
What about Ambitions of a Rider?
Can't do that. Can't do that. You at the wrong game. CFL.
That's too far.
Canadian Football League, though.
You got to play Drake up there.
No, not at this juncture in the game.
You think Canada's not ever going to abandon Drake? He's the most Canadian person of all time.
Man, the Canadians are. He's hurting right now.
He'll be okay.
I don't know.
What about Pusha T?
Pusha T's out here winning. Pusha T is literally the. Remember when Rocky fought Clubber Lang?
Yeah.
That's Pusha T. I realized that I was sitting on trying like, yo, like he's Clubber Lang because he comes out of nowhere. He calling them out. He's been calling them out different. Because remember in Rocky 3, he's coming on his press conference. Clubber Lang was on some other stuff, man.
Yeah.
He was showing up at his press conferences, man. Like, you don't want to fight me, fool.
Rocky
you don't want to see me.
That was a rough movie for Rocky. Hulk Hogan threw him into the crowd.
I think that's the best Rocky movie.
Really?
I think 3 is the best one.
You sure?
100%.
Drago. Drago had the best montage in all of the 80s.
But still not better of a movie. That dude, Mr. T alone made that movie. Like, dude, Mr. T was showing up at his press conferences, man.
Mr. T was just being...
That was before people were doing that now.
Clubber Lang is like the worst baby daddy of all time. Like, he's just the one that, like, shows up at, like, the kindergarten graduation in like a FUBU jersey, and he's just like, yeah, that's my son too.
And some slacks and some no shoes on, some loafers, because he gotta have some dress shoes on.
Yeah, he got on some socks and some flip flops and a FUBU jersey, and like they graduated like yesterday in 2018, and he got that mohawk. He got the same haircut as his kid, but he comes up celebrating his kid, and then he get out of there before it's over because he ain't paid child support. That's Clubber Lang.
Because he don't want them boys on him.
Yeah, exactly.
But Clubber Lang, that's who Pusha T is, man. It's getting worse, man. Dude, I was in my office, man. I work on Wall Street in New York once a month.
Did you wear that Iowa State shirt on Wall Street?
Yeah, I did.
All right, good.
Yeah, I did. And the funny part was, we had the big screens in there of all the different stock things going on and stuff. And I come in, the CBS News is reporting on the Drake Pusha T thing. Oh, and I was like, wow, this is bad for, but then it made me realize that Drake is that much of a pop icon that him getting dissed like this and losing is a new story. I know people are like, why is this new? No, because he is a pop icon. This is like if Bruno Mars got beat up at a club the night before, though, they'd be talking about it.
Man, I hope Bruno Mars doesn't get beat up at a club.
I mean,
that dude's like the size of one of these cups.
He's not that big, though. That's like horrible if you go beat up
pinball Bruno Mars around the club if he got into a fight. He needs to have like the biggest bodyguards of all time.
Oh, he does, though.
I'm sure.
Dude, the writer dude that he rolls with is big.
The big person?
The dude that with the kimono on that was showing that Van was telling us about.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's big. So if you roll him, and they all friends and
he
stuff.
looks like the dude that came out the mountains on Black Panther.
Somebody M'Baku.
Yeah, the last second.
M'Baku.
Yeah.
Or a.k.a. Man Ape, but they had to change that.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Can't call Man Ape in 2000.
No, that's not okay. Before we get out of here, there was something that we've been wanting to do for a little while that I thought that maybe today is the right time to do it. And not just only because this is absolutely a record amount of white people that have ever listened to our show either.
At one time.
Yeah, at once at least.
I think they may sporadically.
American white people, because apparently we're huge in Finland.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, Finland. Yeah. We've got the whole thing up there. Sweden, that whole thing.
We got Norwegian Cruise Line. We got the whole thing.
Those countries that look like Thanos' chin up there at the top of Europe. Yeah, we're huge up there. But we wanted to talk about some of the bands
that y'all have taken from us.
Yeah, that they have taken from us,
and the stuff we've taken from y'all,
and also bands that we've taken from them too.
And not just bands.
Yeah,
I thought I want to extend this out to. I'll start first with this.
Okay,
Tommy from Power.
Yeah, he's not even white anymore.
That's what I said.
He does black club appearances.
No, we took him.
I've got another person that.
Yes.
I don't know if we took this one, but he at least gave himself to us, John B.
I think he willingly sacrificed himself.
You think he was like a sacrifice bunt?
He willingly gave himself up. He was rolling with Babyface and stuff.
Okay.
Early.
Okay. You know somebody else that we secretly took? Who? The Backstreet Boys.
Did we?
Because if you start singing that song, I Want It That Way, everybody knows it.
Them are in sync more.
Well, see, Justin Timberlake's in NSYNC, and he's another self-sacrificer. So that's why I say that's not the same.
Bobby Caldwell, too.
Okay.
We took them. Okay, on the other side, so where's OJ standing in this? Everything comes back to OJ, people. Everything comes back to OJ. OJ's the Night King. He has no place, but originally we had him.
So
kinda, because
I feel like we had him until he could get out, though.
Until he went to college.
Yeah, like OJ had to live with his parents until he could go to college.
He's from Compton or something, right?
Yeah, he's from the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like from Compton or like Inglewood or something.
Like his mom's was still in the hood, and he decided to leave. Because remember on the show on whatever the thing with David Schwimmer.
Yeah, the 40 for 40?
Yeah, he had to swing through the hood. No, not the 40. No, the miniseries, the one on FX. He had to swing he had to swing through his mama house in the hood to let them know what had happened. When Cuba Gooding Jr. was playing him, even though Cuba Gooding Jr. is like 5'6".
Yeah,
it was like if Darren
But
Sproles
it looked like,
but
he did a good job though, even though he's 5'6".
Yeah, that's fair.
Then what do we have? Who else do we have? Let's flip it on the other side. So who they take from Wayne Brady?
Yeah, I guess. We didn't know though.
We should have known though.
Wayne Brady was a revelation.
We should have known that from Whose Line Is It Anyway, when no other black people showed up.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. The Black Power Ranger?
Zach.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Zach. Yeah.
He's still alive, right?
He's still alive. He was one of the Power Rangers dead.
He was the grimy one in that one on YouTube, wasn't he?
No. That was all like fan made. They didn't have any of them in that one. They got like a movie coming out or something with all those different Power Rangers from back in the day.
Here's another interesting topic. Who does Larry Bird belong to?
Originally, he belonged to white people, but he became black like a weird point in the mid '80s. Then he went back to being white though after Do the Right Thing.
Larry Bird?
Yeah.
Was Larry Bird in Do the Right Thing?
No, remember in the scene with the guy that moved into Brooklyn that had on the Larry Bird jersey that stepped on bugging out a tennis shoe?
Okay, that's right.
and then it flipped back.
Okay, so here's a few people that I think that we tried to take and claim, and I just think it's kind of went down this. This is us stealing, actually. Hall & Oates.
I think they've been stolen.
By us. We
Yeah.
stole them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tried to steal them at least. Rod Temperton. I mean, he made
No, I
Thriller.
think we stole him. No, I don't think there's no question.
Yeah,
Rod
exactly.
Temperton's never written for a white man ever in his life.
Exactly. Think about that. Like, think about the concerts you go to, and you have like a surprising amount of black people there jamming and know all the words.
I think a group that
Because I'm gonna say this right now, I think white people get a bad rap for getting deeper into our music than we get into theirs.
we get in their shit
Because we
too,
get
though.
deep into that music.
Yeah.
Like way deep into it.
dude, Queen,
Yes. There's a Queen movie coming out.
and you gonna see a lot of black people at the Queen movie.
You gonna see me there as many times as
You
my
got
movie
damn right
pass
you gonna
let
see
me
me
go. If it still exists.
All right, so we gonna wrap it up.
Did you just get the call to come home?
No, that wasn't a call to come home. That was just the call that it was giving me to go over. My wife is on top of shit, man.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, great.
Everybody email us, straightolc@gmail.com. Go to the Straight Out Low Cash Facebook page,
Facebook
Twitter.
page.
We everywhere. Check us out.
We're big in Finland again.
Yeah.
So
and if
shout
you're
out
in
to all of
Finland,
my
shout out to our
Finnish
Finnish
people.
listeners, man, that have checked in here and there, probably waving the flag,
The Finnish flag?
the Finnish flag.
Could you pick that one out if it was put in front of you?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
I can do the Swedish one.
I can do Mexico. I'm good with that.
You had how many European countries' flags could you pick out if you saw them? You think?
Is Russia count? Does Russia count?
Yeah,
Okay. I never know if that's in Asia or Europe. It looks like it's in Asia.
half and half.
Oh,
Because it's so big, man.
Oh, so it's
considered Eurasia.
it's the mixed child of
yeah, it's considered
European.
Eurasia, like even like Albania, Greek, all that.
Sounds good. Straight out, low cash.
Come in, log in, do everything you can. Give us feedback. Let us know what you think. We appreciate y'all for having us. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
From the